I've always liked to get all achievements in games. When I was seeing that an achievement had a small completion rate, I knew I had to get it. There's just something so satisfying when you realize that from millions and millions of players, only you and a couple thousand more had this specific achievement. And when I was looking at different high on life achievements, I've noticed that one of them had a completion rate of 0.3%. So I'm here trying to get it. I surely hope it's not gonna be bugged or anything. I'll be also showing how to get all other achievements, as they are pretty easy to get and, well, pretty much necessary for this one. Oh yeah, and I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. The beginning of the run was as usual. I found a talking gun, stole a warp crystal and teleported to my house to Blim City, where I spent a good 10 minutes searching for Jean. Great start, love to see it. After accepting the totally not scam deal, I headed to the slums, where I witnessed the most realistic death animation in any video game.
Shoot me! Ah, you shot me, I'm dead!
Alright there, are you happy now? Well, I didn't think we'd be allowed to kill him.
After slaughtering an entire ant colony, I acquired a regular British citizen.
Let me fucking stop these cocksucking! Oh fuck yes! Boil! Yes, fuck yes! More! I need more stabbing!
So me and my team, wait, can you call it a team? It's like only 3 people? Well, more like 1.7 people? Whatever. I defeated 9 Torg and really wanted to get rid of 5 Torg, but then the story wouldn't continue, so I just left on Zephyr Paradise. Zephyr, whatever, who cares. To do Krubus's bounty. Oh yeah, and I also stabbed Jean cause it's funny.
What the fuck? You have to do everything the fucking UI tells you to do? Yeah! Fuck you, Gene, you piece of shit!
Oh shit, sorry.
It's fine. I've lived through worse. Okay, he's tough. Let's try again later then.
On Zephyr, I shot a bunch of mites. Little did I know, I have to do this 500 more times. And saved the small humanoid bears. I have no idea what they're called. Oh yeah, and you saw this? These are the quests you need to complete in order to get this super rare achievement. Each area has their own set of challenges to complete, and each challenge gets upgraded to a different level after beating the previous. For example, melee kill challenge first requires 5 kills, then 10, 30, 60 and 120 to get the final reward. So my strategy was pretty simple: complete the game and hope that around 90% of all these quests will be completed, so I can quickly finish off the remaining ones. In theory, it was good, but not in practice. Okay, let's get back to the gameplay. I meet the drug guy, he gives me a warp thingy, I go to the mines and play some epic bureaucracy simulator. Actually, let's go back a bit. You see, if you choose to kill Douglas first and then go here and say that you're the boss, you unlock a missable achievement. After finishing the epic bureaucracy simulator, I go back to the drug guy and fight Krubus, while asking some very important questions about the lore of this amazing game.
Maybe now isn't the best time, but how do you wipe your ass? Your hands are drills. Do you not wipe your ass?
With Krubus gone, I am now able to go and take on Douglas. Also, I should probably mention that at this point you need to buy a drum for the fart face dude, so after the ending of the game you'll get his achievement. After shooting some guys, I find a dude who covers me in shit. Thanks I guess? With my new shitty disguise, I am now able to go and complete some pipe puzzles while Dr. Joppy's family is getting tortured. Yay! Oh yeah, and I also found a bug to cheese this entire arena. I don't know why you need this information, but there you go. After beating Douglas, I acquired Sweezy and completely ignored this Dr. Gurgla hint, even though there was a sign on my screen telling me what to do. But fortunately enough, it didn't affect the achievement, which is strange, but whatever, I'm not complaining. After meeting the mayor, I spoke with this guy selling alien cum. It's important that you buy his alien cum. I know it sounds sus, but trust me, you need that alien cum. That aside, the next bounty is Scrandle Bros, where is another Dr. Gurgle hint, which I missed, but this one can be collected again. After collecting creature and listening to this guy for 5 minutes, I want to hunt down the Scrandle Bros. There wasn't much going on except just non-stop shooting, but now it was time for Dr. Giblets, which consisted of a very long Sherlock Holmes simulator, at the end of which I got the gravity boots. And after some fighting, it was time for the boss fight. Considering it was the third last boss of the game, I assumed it to be quite difficult. And because he's supposed to be like a super doctor genius, this boss fight should be interesting. Oh, it's just an arena with enemies spawning everywhere, like every other enemy encounter? We're not even done with the story, and this is already getting boring. So after this very original boss fight, I don't forget to get this hint. See, I'm not that blind at least. Because I saved Let's Do It, Kenny started freaking out, so he decides to tell me his entire lore. Which is very interesting and all, but I'm here to pay the bill and get the achievement. After some talking, we escape on Gatlas and go do the Nippolon's bounty. To get there, I need to be covered in shit, but I can't because I need a specific flower. And after using the power of love and friendship, I'm back in my shitty disguise, figuratively and literally. This next section was a pain. I died so many times, and when I was nearly done, I accidentally entered the human heaven location, which I didn't even know was a thing, and when I go back, I'm at the very start of the level and I have to do all the fights again. This was awful, but at least the Nippolon boss fight was fun.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Oh no, actually scratch that. This boss fight was horrible. This clone face had me killed so many times. Not only because there is no way to dodge them, but also because even when you find the real Nippolon and he begins to move his clones, they still shoot at you. You know what, Nippolon, you can take these achievements and put them up your... Let's just kill the final boss and be done with it. The last mission was to take on Garmantuous. Funnily enough, it's actually the shortest mission because you just have to kill a bunch of enemies, and Let's Do It is very good at this job. Oh yeah, and can we talk about how insane this boss is? This is like enter the Gungeon bullet hell level in a game where you can't properly dodge. Normally, after defeating Garmantuous, you have to shove Kenny deep inside his fat and smelly... Why? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just describing what's going on. But yeah, switch to another gun instead. And that's 3 achievements in one press of a button. And also, don't leave the house immediately, because if you watch this 8-minute commercial, you'll also get an achievement. The big boss of the game was defeated, but there is still much more to do. First of all, I had to get all lugloxes alongside all cards and all crystals. There are 35 lugloxes in Deep Jungle, 31 in Upper Valley, 28 in Jungle Clearing, 16 in Outskirts, 27 in Old Town, 36 in Drag Town, 8 in Nippolon's Office, 15 in Blame City, and 1 in Gaplius. Oh yeah, and also 4 in warp discs. At this point you have 2 cards missing, which can be found in the Blim City shop. And the remaining discs can be brought for crystals. Collecting the crystals shouldn't be an issue because the enemy bases infinitely respawn, which means you can infinitely farm them. And make sure to not only visit but actually complete every single warp disc to get the achievement. But there is one more achievement. Mods please ban. As you already realized, I didn't complete all quests by getting all achievements, because some of these farm quests require you to farm certain enemies hundreds and hundreds of times or just explore the world very carefully, and that's what I did. My remaining challenges were kill 90 greebles, get 120 interactable kills, buy free items from a vendor in Port Terrene, get all Dr. Gurgula hints, and kill 240 mites. So I began farming them. I decided to start with the easiest quests and got all Dr. Gurgula hints, and despite the fact that I've missed one, I still got all 6. Wait, 6? Wasn't the requirement 5? Whatever, probably a bug. It is also very important that after you've collected all Dr. Gurgula hints, you go into the mayor's office, collect a keycard there, then go to Human Heaven and parkour your way to the top level, and there you'll be able to see Dr. Gurgula's secret speech, which will give you an achievement. Then the second easiest challenge was to buy free items from a vendor in Port Terrene. And guess what? I didn't have enough money. I guess this challenge will have to wait then. Thankfully, by doing these challenges, I get money so I can just buy this stuff later. Then I farmed 90 greebles in the outskirts. Oh yeah, and also while doing this, I've actually discovered that if you power slide into these boys, you can launch them up in the air. And farmed 240 mites. I still don't understand why you have to kill so many mites, but okay. And then it was time for interactable kills. My initial strategy was to use this sniper warp base, and after doing the exact same thing for 10 minutes, I decided to change my strategy. Also, during this farming method, I noticed I received a reward for killing 60 snipers, despite the fact that the forum was completed at 30 sniper kills. I was beginning to be very suspicious about this achievement. I found out that in the Angelus Crendo arena there are these spinning traps, and if enemies fall down these, it counts as an interactable kill. But most importantly is that the babies produced by creature are in fact considered as enemies. So if you just spam them into these blades that aren't even spinning but still kill them for some reason, you will still get the kills. So with these challenges completed, I brought the remaining items from the vendor, and you guessed it, I didn't get the achievement. After some research, I realized that each challenge had an extra level of completion that wasn't shown in-game for some reason. And instead of discovering 90% of locations in the area, I had to discover all of them. Instead of buying free items from a vendor, I had to buy all of them. And instead of getting 120 interactable kills, I had to get 240. And instead of 240 mite kills, I had to get 480 kills. That is 500 mites I need to kill. That is insane. And also this meant I had to kill 20 more husks. But husks, to my knowledge, spawn only in this area after beating the game, of course. And to spawn one, I need to fight like 10 enemies. I was so mad, It wasn't even interesting, and all I had to do was just shoot, reload, last checkpoint, shoot, reload, last checkpoint all over again. I even decreased the difficulty to story mode, and even that didn't help speed up the process. This one achievement made me hate this entire goddamn game. But whatever, I guess we are back to the grind. After all this farming, I finally managed to do it, to get this awful achievement. It's time to quit this game and never play it again. Seriously, this achievement took longer to do than to beat the game. I wanted to make a knife-only playthrough, but now I just don't want to see this jungle again!